The Statue of Liberty has been lighting the way for strangers at our gates since 1884. And before her, this harbor was the welcoming committee. It's seen them all, Serbs, Scots, Danes, Turks, betting their lives that it would be better here. But notice the lady here. She faces the sea. Behind her, over there, are a lot of folks she never welcomed. Theirs was no trip to the promised land. It was hell, with brandings and beatings and filth and starvation. No one knows how many dragged their chains over the side, drowning, rather than submit to a life of slavery. From 1619, when 20 of us were sold by a Dutch ship to the English colony in Jamestown, Virginia, 14 million blacks came in chains to this land of the free. We were the black gold that made fantastic fortunes for those who ran the slave trade. Demands for labor grew with the invention of the cotton gin. Slaves were needed to man the sprawling plantations. You have to understand the particular way that black men and women were viewed in America. To Washington, Patrick Henry, and Jefferson, we were things, not people. And blacks were regarded in their society as animal labor. Why the Constitution considered a slave to be 3/5 of a free man. But as slavery spread across the land, so too did a spirit of black resistance. The rebellions of Denmark Vesey, Gabriel, and Nat Turner revealed that there were men, not animals, in the slave quarters. Henry Highland Garnet, a black prophet, cried, "Rather die free men than live as slaves. Let your motto be resistance, resistance, resistance." Many resisted, and many died. The 13th Amendment of 1865 said slavery shall not exist. And for a brief moment, we dared to dream that our chains were finally gone. At the end of the Civil War, when the federal government opened schools for freed men, 250,000 of them flocked to learn. But when President Hayes removed the Union troops, it was over for us. From then on, it was separate but unequal Southern education. Mathematics and languages for the whites. Industrial training for the blacks. We saw radicals in the state legislatures of the South open the ballot box and the jury box to include us. But then we saw it all die. A northern president, Rutherford Hayes, said that absolute justice for the Negro could be got best by trusting the honorable and influential Southern whites. So much for the 13th Amendment. We remained enslaved to lives of ignorance and poverty. The 14th Amendment in 1868 said all men born in the United States were citizens, entitled to equal protection under the law. The 15th Amendment of 1870 said that the right to vote could not be denied because of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. But for almost 100 years, till the passage of the Voting Rights Bill in 1965, we were systematically cheated of that right.